So what are we going to cover? We're going to cover basically what is AI and why it matters for job seekers. That's a good place to start. Building ATS-friendly resumes with AI. So what is AI? Yeah, it's funny. And just full disclosure, I used AI a lot in putting this whole thing together. So it was funny to me that depending on which AI site I went to, I'd get different answers. But I want you to think about that just for a moment. So AI stands for artificial intelligence. And it's like a smart computer that can learn, think, and help with tasks, just like a person, such as finding patterns or creating ideas. It's a computer tool that helps read, write, and organize information. It uses data to get better over time, powering tools like chatbots or resume builders. So that has been really fascinating to me, is that the more that I use the two sites I use the most, and we'll get into that in a little bit, but they know me. I mean, it's like I go in, they're like, oh yeah, okay, man, yeah, you're a career coach, and no matter what I'm asking them, they do it in context of what I've done before. So and so think of it as a smart assistant, available 24/7. It can help you write, edit, and improve your job search materials. So for our purposes in looking at AI in the context of job search, that is not a small thing, because those are the things that take a whole lot of time, and it can be really intimidating. So to have this tool to help us gain some confidence as we create our job search materials is pretty huge. Most AI tools are free or low cost. So I will tell you that well, let's get into that here. We'll just go to the next screen. Well, we'll talk about what AI is not. AI is not a replacement for humans. Tools like resume builders help, but personal coaching builds confidence and tailor strategies that AI can overlook. AI is not bias free. It's not perfect. It can reflect flawed training data. So WIOA coaches must guide job seekers to review AI suggestions critically. One of the things I see all the time is when AI does a resume, it oftentimes puts at the bottom references available upon request. And that's just a no. I mean, it's probably not a huge deal, but you just don't do it anymore. There's no point. It's antiquated. That was from 20 years ago. However, the AI it's pulling data from everywhere. So it's not always really reliable information. So you have to look at this stuff with a critical eye. AI is not a mind reader. It analyzes patterns from your data, but it can't capture your unique personality, your passion, your networking skills in the job search. And AI is not a magic fix. It feels kind of magic sometimes, I'll admit it. It does speed up job matching, but it requires your active effort in applications, interviews, skill building for real success. So here are the free and easy AI tools. These are not an exhaustive list, okay? These are I'm familiar with, and I didn't even put my favorite one on here, so my bad. But the one I use 100% the most, ChatGPT. It's kind of the original. It's the first one that I had experience with. I find it to be very user-friendly. I do the free version, so what you have to watch out for is if you ask it too many questions in a given day, it will say, oops, you're out of free stuff. And then I go to the other one that I like to use, and that is Perplexity. It doesn't mean that Gemini, Copilot, Claude, or any of the other ones aren't great. It just means those are the ones that I'm comfortable with and that I use. So here's what it looks like. You guys are all familiar already, so this is a familiar spot. This is your landing page for ChatGPT. I put this in here just for anybody who's never used it, so that they know it's not really scary. It's pretty welcoming. It's like, what do you want to know? Ask me anything. So that's how we get started. So specifically using AI to build your resume. Keep in mind, AI is not writing your resume for you. At least I hesitate to use the word should, but I'm using it in this case. It should not be writing your resume for you. You should be using it as a guide and as a kind of a quick starter, and it can help you translate your experience into employer language. But please do not just copy paste your old resume and then take what AI gives you and just submit it. Why does this matter? Most companies use the applicant tracking system, and there's keyword filtering. So we're kind of to reframe here. This is why it's important that you use the employer's language in your resume. Keyword filtering is something that happens using that applicant tracking system, which is software that employers use to manage the hiring process. So you submit your resume. Most companies, most big companies, especially smaller companies, maybe not. But most companies, they filter your resume through this software, and they're looking for keywords. That's the language that they're using in their job ad, basically. And if you have enough of the keywords, then you can move on to the next step. This is automated screening. And if your resume doesn't match the job posting language, it may never be seen by a human. So man, the job search game has changed so much in the last 10 years, and it's gotten really intensely competitive, and everybody has access to these tools. So there's a lot of, you want to get it right. So how do you use this tool of AI to build your resume? Step 1, gather your information. What does that mean? What information? The full job description that you're targeting. So you just copy and paste the job description of the job that you're applying for, and then copy your old resume, or if you, hopefully you have one already, but if you don't, you just gather the information from your past jobs, duties, responsibilities, education, basically the details about you, the professional, and you're going to put that into AI as well. And make sure you note your skills and accomplishments, because that's what companies are really looking for. So here is a basic, but a not really great CDL resume. So this is an example, and this is like a real, like I've gotten resumes like this, right? So the person's name, objective, experience. I mean, this is a really basic resume. I would not, in good conscience, submit this resume on behalf of a customer. So it's weak because there are no keywords, no safety language, no DOT compliance, no measurable results. And the objective is super generic, and it doesn't align to a job posting. But this is what many job seekers submit. So how can AI help? So AI will analyze the job posting and extract the keywords. It'll rewrite the bullets using industry language from that job ad. It'll quantify experience, including impact, suggest missing compliance language, and improve formatting and clarity. So instead of asking AI to write me a resume, we ask it to improve and to tailor it. So the magic in using AI is in the prompts, in what you're asking it to do. The more specific you are and the better your prompt is, the better the product. So once again, this is where we land. And I'm just using ChatGPT because that seems to be kind of a common beginning point. And they're all basically the same. There's a box that's like, what do you want? What do you want to know? So here's where you put it. And here's a prompt. I'm applying for this job. And you're going to paste the job description. Here's my old resume. Paste your old resume. Please write an ATS friendly resume as a Word doc that includes 5 strong bullet points for each past job, that matches the job requirements and includes keywords from the job description. So rewrite my resume bullets to sound more professional. So these are 2 really good prompts. And do not exaggerate my experience. Start each bullet with a strong verb, past tense. Show impact, use numbers if possible. And here is my work history. So you can use a combo of these 2 or just one, but I hope that it makes sense, that putting something like this in where you're being very specific. So here is the basic but not great resume. Here is after AI help. So as you can see, it really fleshed it out. Now, instead of an objective, which is, I tend to steer away from objectives in resumes because those are saying what you want. When you're applying for a job, it's not about what you want. It's about what the employer needs. And you want to connect what you have and what you can do to their needs, so that when they look at your professional summary, it's like, why wouldn't I want to talk to this person? They have everything I need. So professional summary, definitely preferred over objective. Most of the time, objectives have their place. Had licenses and certification front and center, which is good, because if you want to hire a CDL truck driver, you want to know, well, when did they get licensed? Are they licensed? What do they got going? Relevant experience. And these are some decent bullet points. Got a skill section. So not bad. This is not bad. I mean, I don't like all the bullets on the left-hand side. So, I mean, this is this is what, I mean, I did all this, right? I did this on AI. So I'm just showing you when I put those prompts in, this is what got spit out. Now here is a resume, the same resume after I got a hold of it. So I took and I fleshed it out. I put it into a format that was more pleasing to my eye. And in the world of resume writing, folks, there's not one book that has all the answers. What we have instead are a lot of different books, a lot of different answers, thus a lot of confusion, right? So this is a good shoot right down the middle, ATS friendly resume. The strong professional summary. It's got the top third of the resume, very valuable real estate. So you're going to have about 8 to 11 seconds. That's the latest statistics I've heard for somebody to look at it. I mean, they glance at these. They get so many. Everybody's looking for a job. Hiring managers, HR professionals, they glance at resumes. If they don't see what they need right away, they're just going to move on. Make it easy for them to see that you are the answer to their prayers. So that's what I like about this, because in a glance, CDL Class A truck driver just got licensed. Look at that air brakes endorsement, DOT medical card. That man, they're good to go. Ooh, and they have warehouse experience. So I like that. Okay, yeah. Let's talk to this person. So this is Donna Svay. She's just one of the respected voices in this space. And I like this quote. While AI might up-level a bad resume to average, always keep a human in the loop. Make it yours. Otherwise, your reader's eyes will glaze over from the sameness. Plus, AI continues to generate word salad and logical inconsistencies. The narrative sounds good on the surface, but doesn't hold up to scrutiny. Recruiters catch these faux pas, so don't make. So the hiring game has changed. Recruiters now face a flood of AI-generated resumes. When everything looks polished, a human-crafted resume with real voice, judgment, and nuance is what will grab the attention. Humans can highlight your true achievements and context instead of vague buzzwords, that word salad, I call it slop. Results-driven professional with a proven track record of excellence in dynamic, fast-paced environment. That doesn't mean anything to me. I don't know what that person does. Tell me something unique about you. A person can spot gaps, inconsistencies, and awkward claims that AI misses. These are issues recruiters look for. So putting human in the loop is good practice. So here are some ATS-friendly formatting tips. Use standard sections: experience, education, skills. Avoid tables, pictures, text boxes, graphics, anything inserted. Use simple fonts like Arial or Calibri, anything that's easy to read. And save as a doc, a Word doc, or a PDF. The postings usually will say, submit your resume as a Word doc or submit your resume as a PDF. If it doesn't specify, pick one of these two. You really can't go wrong. So here are some prompts. A weak one, write me a CDL resume. Strong prompt, here's my resume and here's the posting. Rewrite my resume, highlight transferable skills, all that stuff. Mistakes to avoid. Never let AI invent experience. Lying on your resume, it might get you an interview, but it's not going to work out because it's not going to hold up under scrutiny. Always fact check endorsements and certifications. Keep your resume to 1 to 2 pages, and you use AI as an editor, not a liar. Why use AI to help you create your resume? It levels the playing field for job seekers with limited writing skills. I mean, how many of us are professional writers? Not very many. So here we've got this tool that's going to help us go from a blank screen to at least a basic resume we can build on, right? Because boy, that blank screen can be intimidating. It helps translate lived experience into employer language. And it reduces that intimidation around resume writing, and it improves confidence before you submit it. Here are some free AI resume tools. These are specific for resume writing. Resi and JobScan are both nice. Give them a try. It depends on your sophistication with the use of computers and with following prompts and stuff on some of these sites. So if you're really into it, check them out. These are both reputable, good, helpful websites. So AI is a tool, not a shortcut. Through the session, we've seen how AI can help you turn a basic resume into a targeted one. So remember, AI doesn't give you experience, it doesn't sit in the interview chair, and it doesn't build your work ethic. You do. AI can give you structure, insight, a practice partner. What ultimately gets you hired? You do. It's your effort, your persistence, and your authenticity that make the difference. So the future of job search, key points. AI is your job search assistant. Tools like ChatGPT, JobScan, Perplexity, they can help you draft resumes, tailor cover letters, and prepare for interviews. Human editing is non-negotiable. 91% of employers use AI to screen resumes, so yours needs to blend ATS optimization with authentic voice. So you rise above those generic AI-driven resumes. So next steps, I invite you to create a free AI account if you don't already have one. Copy and paste your resume and use one of the prompts to create a new version specific to a specific job description. And review results with a career coach and explore and have fun.